Drying out again. Metro Detroit faces more flooding, and nearly a quarter of people in the area have no power. We have team coverage on the aftermath and what's next. Andrew.
And Karen, after that soggy start, we now have sunshine, but it still feels like a sauna. And guess what? I'm tracking more storms for later tonight. I've got all the details in your weather forecast first at 4. Paula?
Last week we told you about basketball great Tony Talbert, who died at 50 from COVID-19. Almost his entire family also had refused to get the vaccine. But today,
we couldn't pray for a vaccine and then God send it, and we'd be scared to take it.
This is what they want you to hear. That story's coming up.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
First at 4, here we go again. Another round of storms pounded Metro Detroit overnight, leaving behind what has become a far too familiar scene for so many people. Many freeways flooded overnight, causing big backups as people tried to get to work today. This is along I-75 near I-696, where you can see some drivers tried to get through that water and did not make it. Sky 4 is live over I-94 near 8 Mile and Harper Woods, where the westbound lanes have been shut down for much of the day. The neighborhoods just as bad. Take a look. This is in Dearborn Heights, an area that has flooded several times already this summer. You can see cars and trash submerged, a man using an inflatable boat to get through all that water. And it's not just flooding. The storms took down at least 3,000 power lines. This is the result. Nearly every area of Metro Detroit is impacted by widespread power outages. More than 1/4 of all DTE customers are impacted. Right now, more than 592,000 customers are still in the dark. There are more than 1,800 crews in the field trying to restore your service. DTE has also called in 1,000 people from out of state to help. At last check, there were few updates on when the power will be back on. We've got a team of reporters across the area taking a look at the impact and trying to get some answers about why this keeps happening. Let's start with Larry Spruill. He joins us in Detroit.
Last night's flooding is really deja vu for many neighbors here on Detroit's east side. They tell me they are still recovering from the flooding that happened earlier this summer. Now they have to deal with this all over again. Many people I talk to say they are tired and fed up.
Because I'm constantly dealing with the flooding, cleaning my basement out, trying to find help.
My photographer Norm and I have been all over Metro Detroit, going through neighborhood to neighborhood, talking to people about the flooding. Hear from them coming up tonight.
I'm Tim Pamplin, been crisscrossing Metro Detroit all day while crews are busy trying to get power restored. Senior residences and assisted living facilities have been hit particularly hard. This one in Westland, no power, no generator, living by lantern light today. This is World War II vet, 97-year-old Benny Noni, eating his lunch by lantern. And as for this one resident, well, he says he's seen enough to be skeptical.
Ain't nobody fixing. They promise you a lot of things, but they ain't coming through with it.
It's the same scene up in Hazel Park at the Baldwin House Independent Living Facility. 120 residents, including Lonnie here.
No one's injured. We know the lights are gonna come back on. I go, and we all sat down around here. I go, guess what? We're getting to know each other. This one lady said, I didn't know you were so cool.
We'll hear much more from Lonnie and the other residents who are waiting for DTE to turn the power back on. Much more coming up at 5 and 6, but for now, from Hazel Park, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
I'm Grant Herms here in Oak Park, and DTE is here explaining what happened last night that caused those power outages. They say it's things just like this. Down power poles and trees and tree limbs all across Metro Detroit, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands of people.
So 140 pump houses work in Metro Detroit, with 117 of that 140 being in Wayne County, and we were without power at a majority of them.
All of it knocking out power to the major highways all across Metro Detroit and those pumps that are supposed to keep water out of our interstate and freeways. Coming up, what MDOT is saying about what led to those pump failures and what the Water Authority is saying about it as well.
Meantime, there is another chance for storms tonight. Let's get over to Andrew with the conditions right now.
Thank you very much, Karen. Fortunately, as it stands right now, there are no showers, no thunderstorms, and of course, that's a good thing. We're getting a good break from the rain and thunderstorms that we saw earlier today. However, down to our south, there's a line of shower and thunderstorm activity draped across Illinois, heading into Indiana, headed over to Ohio as well. Much of this is staying to our south. Some offshoots may shoot up farther north, so there might be an isolated shower or two later this evening after around 5, 6 o'clock this evening or around those times south of I-94. But most areas remain dry. We've got the sunshine, we've got a break from the moisture, but not the summer-like heat or humidity. If you don't have power, do what you can to stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay healthy. It's 86 right now, but it feels like 91. And boy, we received a ton of rain overnight and into today. Over 3 inches over at Metro Airport, 3.5 inches or more over at Whitmore Lake, over 2 inches in Beverly Hills. That's resulted in flooding not only in homes, but also rivers that are now overflowing their banks. The Clinton River over in Macomb County, and also the Huron River near Hamburg in Livingston County. We'll talk more about the chance of thunderstorms because they arrive after midnight tonight. I'll break it all down for you in your full weather forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. And we do have continuing coverage, as you mentioned, at 5 and 6. Larry will have a look at the damage over in Oakland County. Grant, meantime, is digging into this constant power outage problem. We've got full coverage on the homepage of clickondetroit.com, where you can also send us pictures and video of the damage outside of your home. We're following breaking news from Afghanistan, where the U.S. is evacuating staff from the U.S. Embassy. The Pentagon is sending in 3,000 troops to get some staff out of Kabul. It comes as Taliban forces are rapidly advancing across the country, capturing a string of capitals and border crossings. The U.S. is urging all Americans to leave the country immediately. President Biden announced in April that all U.S. troops would be withdrawn from Afghanistan by September 11th. The 20th anniversary of the terror attacks. Now to the calls for a vaccine booster for a small segment of the population. We're expecting a decision soon from the FDA on emergency use authorization for a third dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines. Now, it would only be for the immune compromised. The CDC estimates it will be fewer than 3% of adults. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky said today cancer patients and organ transplant recipients may not have an adequate immune response to 2 doses.
FDA is working with Pfizer and Moderna to allow boosters for these vulnerable people. An additional dose could help increase protection for these individuals, which is especially important as the Delta variant spreads. Following FDA's decision, CDC will hold a meeting of its advisory committee on immunization practices tomorrow to discuss this issue and offer their expert insights and recommendations.
Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci acknowledged it is likely everyone will need a booster shot in the future, but he says they don't need it to happen right now. One family having a big change of heart about the vaccine. We told you last week about the death of basketball great Tony Talbot. The standout Detroit Mercy College hoop star lost a brief battle with COVID. He was just 50 years old. Like Tony, many of his family members were refusing to get the vaccine. But Paula Tutman spoke to them today and has their new message for everyone.
I think what a lot of people will find surprising is the depth of refusal to get the vaccine against the COVID-19 virus for almost this entire family. And it wasn't until they lost so very much that was so dear to them that they really gained an understanding of what they needed to do. And that was to tell absolutely everyone who would listen their story.
He was so charismatic, we just thought he'd make it.
Regina Davis's pain is the pain felt by so many who've lost a loved one to COVID-19.
I just felt like it wasn't fair to my kids to lose one parent, to watch one parent suffer.
Regina is the mother of Tony Talbert's 2 children, Sydney and Tony Jr. Their father snatched away from them by COVID-19 after he refused to get the vaccine. And frankly, they had refused to get the shot as well. They say they were afraid. They thought the side effects of the shot would be worse than getting the disease.
I was afraid of getting the shot. I was afraid of the side effects. I was just completely, side effects. I was completely afraid of everything.
I kind of felt like we were on the end of it, not necessarily that COVID was over, but like she said, a lot of our family members had already gone through it. So I kind of felt like once the numbers are going down, maybe we had kind of made it.
Well, really, I thought my immune system would save me. And I started, that's right. You know, if I do this or if I do that, if I start cut out meat, if I cut this out, it would work.
You thought that?
Yes, honestly. And I had people telling me this too.
It took Tony's death at 50 years old to understand that they needed to do what he had refused to do. Roll up their sleeves, one by one, to get the vaccine. After burying the man who meant so much to so many of them, they made it a family affair at Kingdom Covenant Church in Hamtramck, which is also a vaccine center.
Being a man of faith and being a man of prayer, we couldn't pray for a vaccine and then God send it, and we'd be scared to take it.
Tony was larger than life. His footprint on the hearts of those he left is large. But in his passing, a commitment to keep talking about this to whomever will listen, that the science is the science, and social media is not science, and denying the seriousness will only get you but so far. And for this family, the loss is forever. That's what they want everyone to know. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Thank you, Paula. If you haven't gotten vaccinated yet but want to, we do have a list of clinics being offered across the area this month. You can find that information on our homepage of clickondetroit.com. It determines your representation in Congress. The new census numbers are out and Detroit is taking a hit. There is some good news, though, for Macomb and Oakland counties, and why this father-son duo faces prison time for using fake vaccination cards. And then later in Trending, is this the fast food of the future? What makes this Taco Bell different than any other you've experienced before?